I did not mean to go live. I had actually set up the live, but I was going to wait till I got back in the car to go live, but I accidentally hit the live button, so maybe it's meant for me to go ahead and go live and talk to y'all. Maybe that's what God wants me to do. Maybe that's what God wants me to do, but I swear to y'all, I did not mean to go live at all here. That's the truth. Anyway, good afternoon, everybody. Rashida Strober here, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. Hey, Celia. Hey, how y'all doing? My website is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, that is darkskinactivist.com. You guys can go there to my website and download a free, 100% free ebook copy of my book entitled Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. My website is darkskinactivist.com. I'm the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, meaning that I'm the first person to create a movement to fight to end what some people call colorism, but what I call darkism. And I started this movement way back in 1998, before social media existed, before people started coming online talking about their colorism stories and all this. I created this whole platform, this whole topic of discussion. No one cared to talk about colorism. They wasn't talking dark-skinned women, brown-skinned women. Nobody was talking about no colorism because they didn't care. Because a lot of dark-skinned women and dark-skinned people felt that if they discussed colorism, they would be picked on even more. So nobody talked about colorism. I'm the first person to create a movement. When I brought it online, I went viral back in 2015 for calling out the rapper Kendrick Lamar's darkism. And I went viral. I went viral to millions. Dang, I hate when you have place stuff in your car and then you start looking for it and it be magically moved and disappeared. That like bothers me to no end, because I know I put what I put here and now I can't find it, and I don't like that because I know I had it there. But anyway, so I started dark skin activism back in 1998. This is way before anybody was even talking about colorism. The only other person that I will ever acknowledge and give credit to is Booth. Because she's the only other person that talked about colorism before social media exists. The rest of these people that are talking about colorism, all of them are bandwagon jumpers. And y'all, I'm going to say that to the day I die. These people that's talking about colorism, they're doing it for attention. They figured out that it's something that you can talk about on YouTube as a result of my hard work. And now they're talking about it, but it's not real. It's not genuine. It's not any of that, and I don't respect it. And yes, I am speaking about other black women that's talking about it. I don't respect them. I don't respect their thievery. I don't respect the plagiarism. I don't respect none of it. I don't respect it. No, I'm just kind of like over here in the corner by myself when it comes to that, because I know that I have been ripped off and people have taken from me, and I'm never going to forget that, and I'm never going to stop talking about it. It is what it is. So I want to say shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to all the people that's on here that support me. Hey, Dark Masculine. Hey, Victorious One. This is what I was looking for, y'all. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to give y'all that brief history. And you can Google me. You can Wikipedia me. You're going to find out what I'm saying is the truth. You know, you'll find out what I'm saying is the truth. It is what it is. I tell the truth. So let me tell y'all something from the outset. I was homeless, so I can talk. I could talk the talk. I have a right to talk like this because I was homeless. So I'm not just a person that's coming on here talking about homelessness that was never homeless. Nah, I actually was homeless. I know what it feels like. I've been there and I've done that. So now, you know, I want to give my critique of what I view as an extreme entitlement. What noise is insane? Who else on here hear noise? Anybody else on here besides Cyber that is claiming that they hear noises? It's not raining. That could be the air conditioner. I really don't want to cut my air conditioner off. I really don't want to do that because it's hot. I mean, this is Florida. That's probably the air conditioner that y'all are hearing. But hold on. All right, how's that? Y'all gotta let me know something. How's that? Is that better? Thank you, Anthony. Hey, VJ. Is that better? Thank you, Celia. I appreciate you being so interactive. So, yeah, like I was saying, y'all, and by the way, my Cash App is $RashidaLala. Once again, $RashidaLala. And you guys could go there and make a donation. If you support my work, go make a donation. I'm going to put my Cash App in the description to this live in a few moments. Okay, today is the 8th, July 8th, Monday. Okay, so, I was homeless, y'all. I grew up in pure poverty. And I was a child in the 1980s. And I was a teenager in the 90s. And the reason why I'm telling y'all that is because if you were a child in the 90s, I'm sorry, a child in the 80s, and if you were a teenager in the 1990s, then you would know that YouTube didn't exist, right? YouTube did not exist. Okay? So, with that being said, the fact that YouTube didn't exist, I just feel like the people like myself that grew up in poverty and in, you know, homeless and all that stuff back in the 80s and the 90s, I feel like we have, every time I go live, somebody call me out. Why? I'm starting to think people be watching my lives. Like, I'm finna call Rashida while she live. But back in the 90s, y'all, the 90s and the 80s, you know, we did not have YouTube. We did not have, and I'm talking about people that were poor, people that were homeless, you know, people that just didn't have anything. We didn't have social media. We didn't have social media. So what did the homeless people do? And I want to ask this question of y'all, okay? What did the homeless people do that were dealing with homelessness and poverty in the 80s and the 90s before YouTube existed? Does anybody have any answers that they would like to drop in the chat? Because I really would like to know. I really would like y'all opinion. Or not even your opinion, because if you're going to tell me what people did, you're going to give me something factual. What do you think people did in the 1980s and in the 1990s when they were poor and homeless? What did they do? Yeah, one of the things we did suffer. You're right about that, Victorious Once. But the reason why I'm saying this is because, you know, while social media is a wonderful thing, social media is a wonderful thing. Yeah, cyber, they did pander on the streets. Some people did, yep. But to my point that I want to make, because I want y'all to understand why I'm saying all of this. Social media is a wonderful thing, I think. You could do a lot with social media. You can even get online nowadays and build businesses online. You can create communities. It's so many positives to social media, and I would never, ever deny that. But I also believe, and this is, you know, kind of inspired by watching Atlanta Street channels, should I say, like Atlanta Street Interviews And his channel is not the only homeless channel. There's others. There's others that I've watched way before I started watching Atlanta Street Interviews. But I'm black, and Atlanta Street Interviews seems to me to primarily cater to black people. So, you know, in the wake of social media, I feel like a lot of people are lazy and they're entitled. I feel like a lot of these homeless people, they come online and now they know they can tell their story and beg people for cash apps. And I mean, instead of utilizing your time and energy to get an education, to get mental health treatment, to get a job, to harness the power of social services that are in every community in the United States, although it may not be perfect, these people have now decided that they're going to go onto YouTube and demand, because some of them are, they're so fucking entitled, and it kind of pisses me off. Because again, I started this video out and I told y'all I used to be homeless, so I could talk that talk. I lived on park benches. Y'all want me to pull up on one? Y'all want me to pull up on one and let me let y'all see something, what I'm talking about. Because I could talk my shit. I feel like if you ain't never been homeless, if you ain't never slept on park benches in abandoned houses, there go a park bench right there. I just passed one. But I'm going to make my point. I'm about to make my point here. Because I'm legit. I'm fucking legit in what I'm talking about. I'm legit in calling out entitled people that are just plain fucking lazy, some of them. There go a park bench right there. There go a park bench. There go a park bench. Let me pull up right here. Because I want y'all to feel me. I want y'all to feel where I'm coming from. Y'all see that park bench over there? Back up. Back up. Because, you know, I'm not the type of person that sit there and talk shit about stuff that I never been through. You understand what I'm saying? Some people will sit up there and they'll talk shit and run their mouth and they ain't never been through no struggle a day in their life. Well, I have. You ain't dealing with a person now that's talking shit that ain't been through nothing. I done been through the struggle. For real. For real. With no body to call on. With no help. But God. And my sheer will. And the strength that God gave me to get up off my behind and to do the damn thing. Hold on. Let me show y'all where I slept at before. I've slept on a park bench before. Just had to show that. I just had to show y'all. So for anybody that come up on there and listen to this video, you can't say that I'm coming on here talking about something that I never experienced, because I have. And before there was YouTube, if you were homeless and you wanted to get out of homelessness, you actually had to get up and do something. You had to go to work. You had to go enroll in school. You had to go to a community organization and ask for help. You could not come on to YouTube and put your Cash App up and beg people and demand people give up their hard-earned money, acting entitled like somebody owes you something. That's what I did and others did before YouTube existed, the people that was homeless. That's how it went down. We didn't get on to social media, and I didn't even get onto the street, because I never panhandled or anything like that. And I'm not looking down on anybody that have panhandled. I'm not. But what I'm saying to you, even the panhandlers, they were not acting entitled. Like people had to give them change, or people had to give them money. People didn't act like that. People humbled themselves. But one thing I fucking noticed about some of these people online, that's coming on telling their stories, they're fucking entitled. They think that somebody is supposed to fucking give them their hard-earned money. And I'm offended by that. As a former homeless person that did not have YouTube to come on and beg and demand and feel entitled to people's hard-earned money, I'm offended. You're not entitled to people's fucking money. You're not. And one thing I've learned is everybody got a story. I could be on here all fucking day talking about how I came out of homelessness. And if you listen, you might learn something. But to sit there and think that people are supposed to give you their money and you're able-bodied and you can get up off your ass and go to work, I never had that fucking mentality. Never. I wrote a book called From a Street Kid to a College Professor. Because that's what happened. I was sleeping on the streets, got up off my ass, enrolled myself in school, got my GED, got my college degree, got me a job, and never thought that somebody was supposed to fucking do something for me. I am so sick of these entitled folks on YouTube. Some of them, and I'm not talking about all of them, but y'all know that I'm telling the truth. Some of these people are so goddamn entitled. These homeless people, some of them, they're so entitled. They think that just because they're telling their story, that people have to give them money. Well, nobody forced you to come tell your story. You did it on your fucking own. And if people choose to want to say that story resonates with me, and choice, it's not your choice. Stop the entitlement. You're not entitled to other people. If you're a homeless person, like I was, what I recommend, get up off your ass every fucking day and hustle. Put your time and energy into getting your education, into going to these different community resource places and getting all of the assistance you can, because that shit actually works. Instead of coming online thinking that people that might be struggling and going through some shit themselves are supposed to give you their damn money. No, it doesn't work like that. You're not entitled to other people's money. You're not. That's just what it is. And I'm appalled at the bullshit, because I never in my life have felt entitled. Now, and let me tell y'all, I suffered on the streets being home. When I tell y'all I suffered, and I'm not saying this because I want a fucking pity party. I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me, because I knew I was strong enough to pull myself up and get up out that shit. And I did. I did, with the grace of God. And I'm just so sick of, the bad part of YouTube is these people coming on bitching and whining and crying, thinking that people are supposed to then give up their money because you bitch and you whine and cry about being homeless. What the fuck? I came from an era of homelessness where we didn't have that. You had to put up or shut the fuck up. It's hard for me to continue to feel sorry for these people, because I ain't even feel sorry for my own homeless self. I was fucking homeless and I didn't feel sorry for Rashida Strober. I didn't feel sorry for Rashida Strober at all. At all. These homeless people got to understand that you're not entitled to people's money. You're not. Be grateful for whatever God give you. Be grateful for if God touches somebody's heart to donate money to you. Be grateful. But don't come on YouTube thinking that just because you telling your story that people have to give you money. You volunteered to tell your story. The people didn't force you. You volunteered. You volunteered. No one asked you to share. So why do these people think that just because they're sharing that people have to donate to them? It's insane. And y'all, I don't have a problem helping nobody, because I done helped a lot of people online. But I pulled back. I fell back from donating to the people from Atlanta Street Interviews. And I used to donate all the time. But that entitlement shit, thinking that we got to donate, and then people seeing these people on here constantly asking for money and not making no fucking progress and still coming on here. Like, if you're gonna be homeless, do something productive that warrants donations. That's another thing. What exactly are you doing that is productive, that is worthy of donations? I don't even understand these folks. I just don't come from that, I just don't come from that era, y'all. I gotta cut my air conditioner back on. I'm finna get off here because it is gonna kind of be loud because it's hot. It's Florida. So I'm sorry if y'all hear loud noises. I don't know what to tell y'all. It's hot. But I have to, I'm just tired of it. Put some of that energy into, like I said, looking for a job, starting a business, utilizing the community resources, and getting your education. Put energy into that instead of always thinking that you are, hey, Prairie Justice, hey, Macedo, hey, Jason. Instead of thinking that you're entitled to people to give you money. It don't work like that. Nobody's entitled to nothing. There's nothing, unfortunately, nothing on this earth is guaranteed. Nothing. Nothing but death and the motherfucking taxes. That's it. Nothing else is guaranteed. Nothing. Go to work. And then they be mad and angry when people don't donate. Hey, ATL Street Podcast. I am not in the ATL. I actually was, but I'm not anymore. You interviewing people, ATL Podcast? You should have, hey, I might be there towards the end of the month. ATL Street Podcast. Towards the end of July and August. So you can hit me up, my website, darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com, and you scroll on down and you're going to see, hey Silas, you're going to see my email on my website, and my email address is darkskinIsBeautifulCampaign@gmail.com. darkskinIsBeautifulCampaign@gmail.com. Hey Silas, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. All I can say is I'm working on it, because I don't know. I don't have an answer. I wish I did, but I don't. But yeah, man, I used to be homeless and on the street, and I'm telling y'all, man, I never had this feeling of entitlement that these people have. Never. I never felt entitled. I always wanted to work and earn my keep. That's one thing about me. I always wanted to work. And I did. It ain't that I wanted to work. I did work. I got up and I worked. I would never come in somebody's house and not do work. Like, I would come in, clean up, contribute with financially. I always had a job. We had to earn our keep back in the 90s before YouTube. If you was homeless, you had to actually contribute something. You had to actually go get educated. And for all the homeless people, what is that stockbroker name that Will Smith played? He was a homeless dark-skinned man. Chris, I can't think of his last name. Chris Gardner. To all the homeless people, go look up Chris Gardner. Go YouTube him. Go Google him. Okay, so you could see what homeless black people did before there was YouTube. Chris Gardner is a perfect example of what homeless black people did before there was YouTube. And I don't ever think that I saw this man begging people for shit. That man got up with his child and took himself to get educated and to work. But y'all sit y'all ass up on YouTube begging for people's money instead of doing what Chris Gardner did. He was studying to become a stockbroker, working to become a stockbroker, not on the street begging people for their hard-earned money. He said, I'm going to figure out how to make mine. How could you not respect somebody like that? So that's another thing. You can't Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Sorry, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta get up out of here. There you go, Prairie. And I understand that too, Prairie. But yeah, Chris Gardner. Chris Gardner to me is like the perfect example of what homeless black people did before YouTube begging existed. So to all the homeless black people out there, go Google Chris Gardner. And myself, I'm not giving myself enough credit because I'm not necessarily trying to. I am also an example of what homeless black people did before there was YouTube. I'm an example. And I damn sure wasn't begging nobody for nothing. I got up off my motherfucking ass, found me a place to wash up, and looked for me a job, got education, and got my motherfucking self up off the street. I didn't come on YouTube demanding and yelling at people and bitching and whining and acting like an entitled fucking spoiled brat, thinking that people that I don't even know have to give me some goddamn money. Insane. That's it. That's really all I have to say. And another thing too, I just feel like I think that unfortunately generation after generation of black folks, we get weaker. We lose our hustle. I think this generation, a lot of them done lost the hustle. They don't got it. They don't got the hustle. They bitch, they whine, they cry, they moan instead of trying to figure their way out. I don't like a lot of bitching and moaning and crying unless you gonna put some action behind it to change the situation. Nah, I listen to a person bitch and moan and whine. I will do that. But after you done bitching and whining, I want to know what the fuck we finna do to get up out this situation. What is we gonna do about it? And if you ain't about doing something about it, I gotta get the hell away from you. I gotta go. And that's what's going on to me. I feel like this generation of some of the homeless people, not all, they bitch, they moan, they whine, but they don't come up with solutions. The only solution is to come back on YouTube, bitching and moaning and whining about why they ain't getting no donations. Instead of going out there getting some education, like I said, getting a job, and utilizing the community resources to get on your feet. Bitch and moan and whine. But do something about it. Everybody bitches and moans and whines. But again, the ones that separate, the ones that come up out that shit from the ones that stay in the same place is the ones that's all they do is bitch and moan and whine. They take no action to continuous action to get out of that situation. And that's what you got to do. That is what you got to do. You got to take continuous action and massive action. I took massive fucking action while living on the fucking streets and homeless. Took massive action and God brought me out. So you can't tell me, again, I'm a former homeless person. Y'all motherfuckers can't tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I do. I live that life for real. I just showed y'all the type of park bitch I don't slept on. Do I need to go show you the house I was sleeping in, the abandoned house? I'm not buying it. I ain't finna drive over there now. But the point is, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all motherfuckers can't fool me. Get off the internet being entitled to other people's money. Tired of it. Fucking sick and tired of it. You're not entitled to other people's money. You're not. You're abso-fucking-lutely not. Give me a second, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Somebody is texting me. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just reading y'all comments. No, I don't have any wish lists at all. Yeah, I mean, y'all know what I'm saying is the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I'm not gonna come up on here and sugarcoat nothing and lie. Some of these people are just full of shit. They wouldn't have been able to survive the 90s being homeless. I could tell you that right now. Their ass would not have been able to survive. Hold on one second, y'all. Got somebody texting me. Need some information. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, they would not have been able to survive being homeless in the 90s. They would not have been able to survive. I survived it. I survived it, y'all. I remember there was a McDonald's. They done tore the McDonald's down, but I used to go in that McDonald's. Sometimes I'll wash myself up, get myself clean, and then I'll walk on St. Pete Beach. And then there was a McDonald's in Gulfport. I would walk on St. Pete Beach, and I walked and I got me a job, and I just kept going until God brought me out. I would not stop. You got to be relentless. And by the time I got my GED when I was like 17, I got my bachelor's degree when I was, how old was I? I think I was like 23. And all the time that I was working on my bachelor's degree, there was bouts of homelessness, but I just kept going. I didn't make no excuses. No excuses. You know what I'm saying? I just said, I'm just going to get out here and I'm going to motherfucking do it. And it was like sink or swim. And I was not finna fucking sink. And I ain't go asking nobody for no money. I ain't do none of that shit. I went and did what I need to do on my own. Hold on, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I'm about to get off here. Because every time I come on here, I got some people be calling and texting wanting something. But no, but y'all, that's what I did. I would not stop. It was so hard for me. But God just gave me the strength. Thank you, Prairie. And I just said, I got to keep persevering. I cannot give up. And lo and behold, when you keep persevering and you don't give up. And I remember walking into a professor. I'll never forget this, man. I wasn't turning in my work on time. This is at St. Petersburg College. It was because I was homeless. And I was like having a hard time. And I came in, and this is when one of the times I realized that people don't give a fuck about your excuses. They don't give a flying fuck. They don't care. You got to come with it. And I said something about me being, I don't know if I told the man I was homeless, but I told him I was going through some personal problems. And he was like, he didn't care. He was like, you should have contacted me. And he failed me. I'll never forget it. He didn't get that man in. But you know what? That built my motherfucking character. And let me know, Rashida, you got to come with it. And that's what I do. I'm not mad about it. That was a teaching moment. Because I didn't feel entitled. Like some of these motherfuckers feeling entitled. Thinking that everybody's supposed to get their ass something. I didn't feel entitled. That man failed me. And you know what I did? I had a choice. I could either said, boo-hoo, crying, woe is me, I'm going to drop out of school. Or I could go back and retake the course. And does anybody know what I did? Can anybody guess what I did? Thank you, Liv. Can anybody guess what I did? I had two choices. Fuck this course, fuck this degree, or go retake the course so I could continue on with my degree. Does anybody know what I did? There was no YouTube for me to come and bitch and whine and cry to everybody. It was no, I ain't even have nobody to go bitch and whine and cry to at all. I had two choices. Can anybody guess? Yes, your neighbor frog. That's you got a unique name. I retook the fucking course. I retook the fucking course. Fuck the bitching and whining. The man said, look, you didn't pass. So I retook the goddamn course. And I passed the course. And I just kept on progressing. So I don't understand bitching and whining without finding a solution. I don't respect bitching and whining and crying. Go do what the fuck you got to do. When you start doing what you got to do, God is going to step in and help you, and God going to send good people to help you. But if you sit up here online bitching, whining, complaining about other people's fucking money, and you able-bodied, you got the strength in your body, you got the wherewithal in your mind, and you can get up and work and go do shit, but you choose not to, do you think you're going to get blessed like that? You're not. You're not. What the Bible say, y'all? I did grow up in the Pentecostal church, so sometimes I quote the Bible. The Bible say faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. Faith, if you take action and you sincere about it, and I'm not talking about that bullshit, I'm talking about you really sincere by making moves, I promise you God gonna send people to help you. But you can't be up here bullshitting and whining and bitching and complaining and talking about this, that, and the third, and why you can't get this done. Strategize and figure out how to revamp and do that shit better. I've done that my whole life. I just told y'all I failed. That ain't the only class I failed. There was a test, I think it was called a CBEST or whatever it was called, that I had to take the math portion, the reading portion. It was a college test. They wouldn't give you your degree unless you passed that test down here in Florida, at the University of South Florida. I fucking failed that math test probably about, I don't know, 8 or 9 times. But one thing about me, I keep coming back again and a motherfucking again. Knock me the fuck down. I bet you I'll get up and keep swinging. I bet you I won't lay down for long. And I really do it. I don't just come on here talking. I really for real do it and come back again and win. You got to really do it. You can't. That's why I say what I don't like about YouTube is people, they come on here with the bitching and whining, pretending that they doing some shit, and they really ain't getting shit done. That's why I said y'all motherfuckers wouldn't have been able to handle it back in the 90s, because we really had to get shit done. I really had to produce. I really had to get that GED. I really had to take them classes over and pass them motherfuckers to get my motherfucking bachelor's. I really had to fucking do that. It wasn't for fake. It wasn't for pretend on YouTube. I fucking really had to do it. For real. Not for fake. For real. So. Your neighbor fraud says exactly, especially when these people are on here. Usually these rich kids who just get handed shit. Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them do. You know, that's why I said earlier, I said to all these people that's homeless, go Google Chris Gardner. That man ain't made not a one damn excuse. He did not make no excuses. He became a stockbroker. Got up every day, cleaned himself up, and handled his business. But they want to be on here, some of these homeless people, just making excuses. Just making excuses. And I know that you could change your situation, because I did. You know. But that's it, y'all. That's really all I wanted to say today. I hope y'all having a phenomenal, fantastic day. I'm finna go over here and throw some trash in the garbage. And I'm also finna go in the dollar store and see if they got my favorite candy in there. That's what I was, I didn't want to come in the dollar store talking and running my mouth. Yeah, it be homeless people up here by the dollar store too. How many times I done gave these people money? I done gave them money a lot. I just get so tired of them. You know, like I said, we never used to hang out around stores and stuff begging people for their money. I never did that. I spent my time looking for jobs. I sure did. Give me a second, y'all. I'm about to go in this store and see if they got my favorite candy. How you doing? Probably not gonna find it, because every time I come in here, they always be out. I'll be shocked if they have my favorite candy. I would be like literally shocked. And honestly, I should not be eating that candy, because it's really not good, but it tastes good. And it's like I said, it's my favorite. And I don't don't think they have it. Because it'll be right over here. I don't see it. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I hope y'all have a good rest of the day. And I'll talk to y'all again soon. Bye.